it so much easier. Save yourself some time. It was crazy. What is going on? Hi there, my name is Kalani and welcome to my channel Outside with Lonnie Shots. If you are new here, I'm so glad that you found me, and if you're returning, welcome back. Got a good one for you today. So, if you've been around, you know that I recently hiked the Pemi Loop in New Hampshire, and there are a few things that I would do differently, okay? So if you're planning on hiking the Pemi Loop in the near future, stay tuned because, yeah, don't make the same mistakes that I did. Like, learn from other people's mistakes. Yeah. I feel like there's a saying. It's like a saying. Something about if you learn from your mistakes, you're smart, but if you learn from others' mistakes, you're wise. Hold on. There is a quote. I know it is. Okay, so there is a quote, but I don't know who this person is. And I don't know if that's where I heard it from. But whatever. The quote is, a smart person learns from his mistakes, but a truly wise person learns from the mistakes of others. So today, you're going to be really wise and learn from my mistakes. Are you ready? Let's go. The first thing that I would change. Leave the bear can at home. So I did not need a bear can whatsoever. Every place that we camped had a bear box, and these are the places where they have the caretakers and you have to pay the $15 or whatever, but they have everything you need as far as place to set up, a privy, area to eat, that kind of stuff. So there were bear boxes. There was literally no need for me to bring a bear can. I could have saved the how many ever pounds it was off my back and just left that at home and just brought my normal food bag and threw it in there once I got to camp. So leave the bear can behind. You got it. You don't need it. The second thing that I would do differently is I think I would hike this trail in 4 days instead of 3. If you're planning on sleeping in and, taking advantage of the campsite areas, I wouldn't say that's the main reason, but that's one of the reasons why I would recommend doing this in 4 days. Not only for that, but also just because of the amount of elevation gain that you're going to be doing and rock scrambles and climbing and things. If you're like me, you're gonna be tired when you get to those mountain tops, and you're gonna want to take a rest and truly enjoy this view that you've worked for. So in order to really do that and maximize your time at each of the peaks, hike this thing in 4 days. Take your time. Enjoy every hard step because you deserve it. So that's the second thing that I would do differently. Yeah, do it in 4 days. The third thing that I would do differently, I would bring a freestanding tent. Yeah, it just makes it a lot easier. Was I fine with my trekking pole tent? Absolutely. Was there a small learning curve? 100%. But I was able to do it, but just to make it easier and so you don't even really have to think about it, I would bring a freestanding tent. If you're not gonna bring a freestanding tent, you'll figure it out. It's not hard. But just bring a freestanding tent, okay? It makes it so much easier. The fourth thing that I would do differently is I would actually bring a smaller tent. So something that happened that I did not put in the videos that I published on YouTube was at one of the campsites, my friend and I, we got there a little earlier, and the caretaker told us that try to get as close together because the campsite was going to be really full tonight. And so we did what we could, and we put it as close together as we could. I left to go eat dinner, and then when I came back, my friend had moved her tent. The caretaker wanted everybody to move their tents around to make room for some other people, some AT thru hikers that had come in. And so I had a trekking pole tent, okay? You can't just swing it around like you can a freestanding tent, and I had already had everything set up in the tent. So put it down. I moved my tent in the spot that they had specified for me. The other person started putting up their tent. I feel myself getting upset. I shouldn't be bringing this up. Long story short, the spot that they had designated for me on the platform, my tent couldn't fit because it's big. Thanks, Durston. I love your 2-person tent. I couldn't fit. So at the end of the day, I ended up packing all of my things and asking the caretaker where their like overflow area was, and hiked all the way down there and reset up everything in a totally different spot. Yes, I was very upset. I'm not as upset about it now. But that's the one reason why I would bring a smaller tent. I'm sure that maybe that doesn't happen all the time, but it happened while I was there, and it was annoying and very frustrating to have to figure that all out. So save yourself some time. Allow yourself to make space for others. Bring a smaller tent. And last but not least, the 5th thing that I would do differently is I would start every day as early as possible. And this is why. Do you know that like it started getting light outside in the 4 o'clock hour? 4. The birds were chirping. The sun was out. And I was literally like, what is happening? Why is it so bright? I don't understand. Why does it get so light early here? It was crazy. I was like, what is going on? Anyway, it got bright really early. And so it would have been really nice on those first 2 days to have been able to take advantage of all of that daylight and get our hike started early. And then maybe we could have hiked more miles. Anyway, so those are the 5 things that I would do differently if I were to hike the Pemi Loop again. Have you hiked the Pemi Loop? What were some things that you learned or that you would do differently the next time you hike it? Let the people know in the comment section below so that they can be wise today and learn from all of our mistakes. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you back here next week for another video.